second half of the MLK Classic at St. Catherine University is about to commence, and we will begin with a pair of 3A schools. One of them a state tournament participant last year, and another on the rise, hoping to play spoiler in Section 3-3A. It's the Visitation Blazers and the Austin Packers. I'm Mike Peden. Here I am all by myself talking to myself. That's Chaos Theory. Visitation, we covered them at the start of the season against Anoka, and they've put together a solid campaign since then. Austin at 8-4, Visitation at 7-4. And for Austin, not much data available, so we're going to do our best to learn about them as we go along. But remember, they did make it to state last year. However, owing to the seeding procedure, they got Becker in the quarterfinals, a game that arguably could have been a final with the season Austin had a year ago. So I can't tell you a whole lot about Austin statistically, but I can tell you a few things about Visitation. Much like last year, this team runs through Sam Wills. Wills a guard, but she can play pretty much any role out there. Coming into this game, averaging about 18 points, 9 rebounds per game. She had a 29-point effort against Hastings in December and is coming off a 22-point performance over De La Salle. Sam Wills also with 5 double-doubles. Struggled in the win over Southwest Christian, but got the win nonetheless, and that's what counts. And of course, you know this Visitation led by head coach Faith Johnson-Patterson, who won 5 state titles at Minneapolis North. The first team to win that title in '98 will celebrate their 25th anniversary in February. She won 3 more at De La Salle, spent a couple years at Eden Prairie. That didn't work out the way she thought, took some time off, and came back last year to coach Visitation. Here are the starters. For the Blazers, it's Lauren Sexton, Megan Guerin, Samantha Wills, Kirsty Yeager, and Catherine Bryan. Austin will start Agiem Agwa, Cassidy Shute, Marissa Shute, Mari Tolbert, and Olivia Walsh. As we said, data limited on Austin, so I can't give you a ton of information. Visitation, their fate could lie with Sam Wills, but Kirsty Yeager, no slouch either. Visitation wearing the white, Austin wearing the red. Personally, my money's on the red team. And that's because they both have red as their school color. All right, I'll show myself out. This is why I'm a broadcaster, not a comedian. Visitation coughs it up. Probably not the start they were looking for. Kirsty Yeager, 10.2 points per game and 4.7 rebounds. So she is turning into that second option. And if you watched the season opener, we had Visitation Anoka, our first game of the season. That was one of the questions I posed. Not to Visitation directly, because they can't hear what I'm saying, but who that second option was going to be after last year's graduations. Visitation having some trouble, and Austin picks it up. That is Olivia Walsh, and she can't get the short bunny. Wills in a little bit of trouble, but finds a wide open Megan Guerin. She can't knock down the jumper. Visitation, you might have seen them once or twice. All their home games are broadcast on MSBN's visitationbroadcast.net. Marissa Shute gets the runner to pink off the glass, and Austin gets on the board. Austin bringing the pressure. Austin, not quite the same team from a year ago with all their graduations. coming off a couple of tough losses, including one to Stewartville. Austin in the Big 9. Stewartville, the top team this year in Section 1. Visitation calling a timeout in the early going. 16:40 left in the first half in a battle of 3A schools. So there could be some seeding at stake here. Austin still competitive, but again, they're likely going to have to get through Stewartville to have a shot of returning to state. And the Stewartville Tigers look quite sharp. They have held their own against some high-level competition all season. Visitation picked up that big win over St. Croix Lutheran earlier this season. I'd say that is their signature. They held their own, though, against Anoka, a team that's on the rise in Section 7, and Mare Lutheran, the #1 team in Class A. And then they got that win over Southwest Christian, 42-40. Lost a close one with De La Salle. But those two will meet again February 13th. And that is a game and a series that will likely decide seeding. Como Park not on the schedule, but the Cougars not as strong as last year. This could be a chance for Visitation to sneak in. Although De La Salle, they're back on track after that big win over Holy Angels earlier this month. Wills, touch three. Short and rebound to number 25, Cassidy Shute. And much like some of the other teams, I've seen some of these players in AAU competition. That three's no good. Mari Tolbert, not the tallest player out there, but scrapped to get that O-board. And that will be a traveling violation on Cassidy Shute. Visitation, Austin, a lot of these schools with back-to-back games. Visitation will play Fridley. Austin will go to Faribault. But these are always fun games, a little more of a chess match. They're in the same class, but like Holy Angels Cloquet, you don't often see this kind of a matchup. Austin being in the Big 9, they don't get a lot of non-conference games to work with. Cassidy Shute to shoot free throws, so I'm going to get myself tripped up, aren't I? With Cassidy and Marissa Shute. I'm sure that's not the only time they've heard Shute to the line to shoot free throws. Austin fans are probably going to have a whole lot of fun at my expense. But then again, just about everybody does. Cassidy Shute converts both free throws, and Austin off to a 4-0 start. They bring the pressure. Visitation escapes. A little bit of trouble on the pass there. Here's Wills. Got her first offer last year, and she knocks down the step-back jumper. Sam Wills, one of the top sophomores in the class. Olivia Walsh scores on the dribble drive. Wills through the hole. No good, but a rebound and a little too high for Bryan. Flip that a little too high up the window. And Austin will get a fast break look and turn it into points. Cassidy Shute with the first field goal. And it's an 8-2 lead for the Packers. Visitation having some trouble with this Austin press, but they do break it and get some free throws. Kirsty Yeager draws the foul. As we noted, Yeager emerging as the second option for Austin this season. Season high 22 in that win over Hastings. And she came up big in the Southwest Christian game with 14 points. I talk to the Visitation coaches from time to time. Some of them I'm familiar with, owing to their days at Minneapolis North and De La Salle. And they said, give Faith a couple of years, and then you'll see her signature. Because you have to recall, with Visitation, Faith didn't have a strong core to work with to start compared to North and De La Salle. Getting a friendly bounce for the Blazers is Leah Passy, the freshman. And now Visitation brings the pressure. It's Passy again. Do not pass go, otherwise she'll take your $200. And with that, I'll show myself out again. Leah Passy, 8.1 points per game this season. No three-point play, but a much-needed momentum play for the Blazers as they have erased that 6-point deficit. 8-all. And we're going to have free throws the other way. Cassidy Shute back to the line to shoot 2 more. And pardon me if I take an extra moment whenever Cassidy or Marissa Shute go to the line, because their surname sounds the same as one of the most common terminologies, terms, words, definitions in the sport of basketball. But you know what they say, shoot or shoot. And Cassidy Shute is shooting well at the free throw line. She's 4-4. I really wish I had a broadcast partner here. This is my 4th game of 6, and if you watch the full slate, you'll find out how hard it is to entertain myself. The thought of it gives me nightmares. 13:47 left in the first half. 10-8 in favor of Austin. Deep 3. Off the mark. Rebound, Marissa Shute. This is Agua. Austin, known as the headquarters for Hormel. You might have heard of them. I think they make this product called Spam. Agua. They also have some strong basketball in both girls and boys hoops. A strong, talented culture in the southern part of the state. About an hour away. An hour, 10 minutes or so. And they love their basketball down there. Here's Passy. Visitation swings it around. Going across, that's number 12. Emma Meshke, shot no good. But Meshke responds right away defensively. And Visitation looks to be settling in after a rough start. Agua for 3. Once again, we're seeing a lot of these players set up behind the college line. They don't necessarily have to. Sam Wills might have gone on the attack a pinch too early. She really had to reach on that last step, and that might have affected her cadence. But she got her first D1 offer last year. I'm sure more will come. She plays on a Minnesota Stars Bravich team where she's one of the big 3 alongside Kendall McGee and Tatum Woodson. Touch shot. No good. That is number 24, Quinn Osgood. And Agua takes a free lane in for 2. 12-10. Austin bringing the pressure defensively. Their harassment got to a stop, and that's going to be Austin ball. Marissa Shute touched it after Sam Wills couldn't grab the rebound. Not much Marissa could do there. Just one of those bang-bang plays. Wills pulls up. 15-footer long, and the rebound goes to Marissa Shute. And then she can't handle it. 11:28 left in the first half, and things are getting a little choppy here. Austin, as we noted, made the state tournament last year. We're going to have a substitution. Sam Wills will take a breather. Visitation has never reached the state tournament in girls basketball. They're an all-girls school. Here's a 3 from the wing, but it looks off, and it is. Dead ball rebound to the Packers. Austin, they actually have made the state tournament 3 of the last 4 years, including last year, 2019, 2021. No titles, but no lack of history either. Visitation hoping to establish some, and Sam Wills certainly giving them a great start there. Olivia Johans is their other marquee player, was part of a terrific swim team. Here is Agua to finish the fast break play from Olivia Walsh. Passy. And that is a foul called on Cassidy Shute. (14-10), 10:28 left, but as we said, in the part of Visitation, the only bad loss they had was against Holy Angels, but you are seeing signs of progress. And getting the Plinko bounce is Emma Meshke. Timeout Austin, 10:20 left in the first half. Emma Meshke with 5 off the bench. Her season high is 9. We'll see if she can set a new mark today.
When the high school season is over, TSP Television goes on the highlight trail. Our highlight reels provide you with a valuable resource for recruiters and a keepsake of your favorite athlete. To learn more about our highlight reel services, contact us at tsptelevision@gmail.com.
A lot of Monday games all around. Some are just single game affairs, but others hosting invitationals. Roosevelt, another one. They had a couple of games. Hastings and Cretin-Derham Hall, Burnsville and Roosevelt. Throughout the metro, basketball forging an identity with Martin Luther King Day. Back to action following the timeout. Austin breaks the press and finds themselves with a 3-point play chance. Isabella Weideman left wide open. No 3-point play, but nobody was on Quinn Osgood. Sam Wills says, "I'll take that ball, thank you very much." A key steal there. That could have been a 4-point play, if not more. for the Packers. They do lead 16-13. 3. I think Agua got a piece of it. Agua was looking to drive, and that's going to be a foul on Sam Wills, who bumped Olivia Walsh. That's not what you want to see if you're Faith Johnson-Patterson. Just her first, but Sam Wills is the centerpiece, the anchor, the fulcrum of this Blazers unit. Tolberg comes up short on the bunny. And we're going the other way. Passy to Meshki. Wills, the handoff for 3. Not that time. High Karam, Passy shoots it right away. Swish. How about this bench production for Visitation? 12 bench points already. And going back to what I was saying earlier, we've got Agua trying a fast break play of her own, no good. Wills gets back in time for the rebound, but this kind of bench production, anything to take pressure off Sam Wills will go a long way as the sophomore continues her journey in basketball. Walsh drives, and will they give her continuation? They do. Agua will take a breather. And Walsh completes the three-point play. Austin 5 of 5 at the free throw line. That's a good number in the early going. By the way, Faith Johnson-Patterson in her 3rd season as head coach. Took over during the COVID year. Leah Passy stepped on the sideline, so that'll be a turnover on the Blazers. Now Visitation bringing the press again. They're out of fouls to give. Keep that in mind with 8:03 left in the frame. Wills hasn't found her offensive stroke yet, but defensively turning into a maestro. It will stay Visitation ball. That is Nibel Morwal, number 21, entering the game for the Packers. Battle for the rebound. Sam Wills wins it. Can't lay it in, so still struggling. But a couple of offensive rebounds for the Blazers. And sometimes you just have to weather those slumps. Everyone goes through them. We know Sam Wills can do big things down low. Visitation tried again on the outlet, and they threw it nowhere. There was no one in the vicinity, maybe a miscommunication or just an errant pass. It's happened to the best of us. Or in my case, it happens all the time. Passy, poke from behind. Ball picked up by number 31, Addie Walsh. And she gets the offensive rebound. We're seeing multiple tries from both sides on possessions, but not much to show for it. But Meshki will have 3 points to show there. converting the touch pass. Meshki with 8 off the bench. It's one of those games. Meshki with the steal. Where did this kid come from? Passy pulls up, knocks it down. Go figure. The bench is coming up clutch. Passy and Meshki. Sensational. Austin on the move. Wills stays on top of her and forces the turnover. Blazers up 20-19. If you had told me that Visitation's scoring would come from their bench, Passy, it doesn't surprise me, 8.1, but Meshki? Again, though, it's a welcome sight, as we said, for Visitation going into the season. Who was going to fill in for Olivia Johans to help take pressure off Wills? Everyone knows Sam is the big playmaker, but the more this Visitation bench can score, the easier it could get for Sam. Meshki in trouble. Too many red jerseys. Austin will get another chance. And slicing through the lane, Olivia Walsh passed up the 3, used it as a decoy. (21-20). Wills steps into the 3. And she is still stuck on 1 field goal. Dead ball rebound to the Blazers with 5:35 remaining. And Emma Meshki will take a breather and is applauded by the Visitation fans in attendance, and rightfully so. That was an impressive run. Passy from the corner, bullseye! 12 points for Leah Passy. Her season high is 13. Apparently, this is the day where nothing makes sense. Agua denied from behind. And I say that somewhat farcically. For Leah Passy, remember, she averages 8.1, so this is not a farce of any sort. What this could do is open things up. That's on the line. Will's getting a lot of coverage, but if Austin isn't careful, Passy and Meshki, who knows what they could do before the game's through. Here's a 3 from the Packers. Short. Passy is tripped. That's a foul on Austin. And Marissa Shute. And Passy will take a breather. Now this is going to be interesting. Obviously you can't leave them out there all game. They'll get winded. But we'll see how Visitation's offense functions with their 2 biggest producers on the bench right now. Three is short, but the high Karen bounces right back to Lauren Sexton. 4:04 to go. Sexton thought about it. On the line, 2 is long. And Agua unable to control the rebound. So Visitation gets another chance. Visitation getting 20 bench points. Wills, the runner, yes! That will be key. Again, with Meshki and Passy taking a breather right now. I imagine they'll get back on the floor at some point. But this is a critical opportunity for Visitation to generate production. Austin harassing ball handlers. Quinn Osgood finds Agua. Works her way through the hole, but unable to flip it in. Visitation settling in, and had that slow start, 8-2. They lead 25-21. Here's a three from Sexton. Pure! Sexton averaging 4.7. 28-21. Touch three for Austin, not there. Sam Wills, again, listed as a guard, plays more of a 4 in AAU, but terrific no matter where she is on the floor. Sexton's three comes up just a little bit short, but that's okay. Faith Johnson-Patterson's gonna call a timeout, and I'll tell you what, I need a timeout after watching that sequence. I'm getting tired just watching. So is Ray Lynn. Ray Lynn could outlast me, though. Then again, anybody could. I'm a softie. 28-21 is the score. Visitation leading by 7 after trailing by 6. And looking ahead, they still have a couple of dates with Robbinsdale Cooper on the conference calendar, the 24th. And they will end the regular season hosting Cooper, February 23rd. They also have a date with Maranatha, and they go on the road to play Rochester Lord, one of the top teams in Section 1-2A, one of the top teams, period. So for Visitation, they started with some high-level opponents, got that win over St. Croix Lutheran. And to me, that speaks to the rising confidence Faith Johnson-Patterson has in this team. Taking a few more risks. They may not always result in wins, but you have to remember Visitation, they were above 500 last year. You could tell they weren't quite ready to enter the upper echelon, but they took a big step to get there. And Agiem Agwa, I should say, takes a big step into the lane for 2. She's got 6. Wills. Tough shot. Lost the handle for a moment. That might have thrown her off. Blazers seeing their lead dwindle here as Olivia Walsh scores on the take. Back-to-back drives for layups by Austin. And it's a 3-point margin. And Austin, this is where they have thrived, playing in-your-face defense to create turnovers. And leading in for 2 is Olivia Walsh. She has 11. A 6-0 run. And Austin bringing the press again. But someone's open. Bryan wrestles the rebound away. Block, but Guerin staying with it. Wills can't hang on to it. 41.9 seconds left in the first half. Austin has a chance to take the lead after trailing by 7 just a couple minutes ago. Traveling call. Two teams above 500 in a real chess match here. There's no lack of access to game film, so it's not like these two haven't seen each other. Bryan finds Sexton for 3. And Austin has time, 7 seconds. And a foul. That will send Agua to the line to shoot 1-1. Nothing doing. Visitation, got to get it off. They cannot. And that brings us to the end of the first half, where Visitation's bench was blazing hot. And Austin got a blazing hot first half out of Olivia Walsh. We have a 28-27 score at halftime. Visitation with a 1-point lead. A back and forth game of strategy between a pair of 3A dark horses. We'll see who comes out on top and picks up another win on the resume when we return. You're watching the MLK Classic at the Butler Center in St. Catherine.
Twin Cities Sports Broadcasting, and a whole lot more. That's what you get from TSB Television. We provide long-lasting digital coverage of your favorite athletes from the preps to the pros. Dazzling moves.
Holloman, good if it goes. Yes!
Game winners.
From James. She's in trouble. Finds James. Toss shot! It goes in!
And everything in between. Before we let you go, do you want to say hi to anybody?
Oh, I don't know. Let's put me on the spot there.
If you want to connect with our audience, visit us at patreon.com/TSB Television or sponsor our coverage through PayPal and Cash App. Thank you for watching.
Second half moments away at the Butler Center at St. Catherine University. Mike Beaton with you. Austin and Visitation in a test match I did not see coming. Visitation leads Austin 28-27, and I say that because Visitation's scoring has come from their bench. Samantha Wills struggling from the floor, but Leah Passy has 12 points. Emma Meshke has 8. And for Austin, Olivia Walsh leads with 11. Agiem Agwa has 6. Cassidy Shute has 6. Austin threw the first punch. Visitation built a 7-point lead. Austin cut it to within 1. And it's been a tight one throughout. Neither side leading by more than 7. Agua with the block on Kirsty Yeager. Brian missing the bunny along the baseline. And we're going to have free throws for Olivia Walsh after she collected the offensive rebound off the jumper. Olivia Walsh, the senior, all Big 9 recipient last year. She has lived in 6 different states, and she says that helped her become more adaptable because she had to make new friends and adjust to different schools and different sports. Swimming, basketball, and track are the 3 sports she participates in at Austin. And the Packers a perfect 7 of 7 from the free throw line. They take a 29-28 lead. And then Austin continuing to apply that pressure defense. Extra step. Kirsty Yeager got the Euro step. You don't see that often at the high school level. But it's good for 2, and that's what matters. And again, for Visitation, we know their bench came up big in the first half. If they can find some plays for their starters, that will certainly help. Agua cut off by Brian that time. And it's Visitation ball. Wills threw it into traffic. Austin with numbers. Walsh left it short. And Austin was chasing it, but they had possession. And then they had a point-blank look. Olivia Walsh caught the inbound and had plenty of space, just couldn't put it in. Those are plays you like to have. I mentioned this before. You want to get those short-range shots. You never know when you'll need them later. Wills on the drive. Walsh gets on top of her for the block. And then Austin having some trouble again. They'll hang on to it. And this chess match continues. Agua had a lane, and then shutting the door was Megan Guerin. And I mean shut. Austin electing not to use the press that time. But Guerin in trouble. Side fade, and no bucket there for Kirsty Yeager. We remain at a one-point game. Ooh, we'll pick up the win. And right now, both sides having a difficult time locating their rhythm. That time, Agua swats it away from Yeager. Lauren Sexton. Now Wills has it. Sexton for three. Looks short. And Visitation able to get the save as Catherine Bryan made a slap at the ball. You do wonder when you'll see Passy and Meshki back on the floor. Those two look quite smooth out there in the first half. Especially with how hard it is to find offense here. Wills, the kick out, and that will be a traveling call. You see this a lot at the high school level. And again, that's part of the process, but a little more frequent at the high school level where players know the move they want to make, they forget to dribble first. Sam Wills collects the loose ball after prying it loose. Here's a three, swish! Wills with the assist, Yeager with the triple. Wills does average just under 3 assists per game. Austin with a quick score on the other end. Cassidy Shute with their first field goal of the second half. Matamidi and Eden Prairie to follow if you're following this on the TSB Television YouTube channel. Sam Wills creating a little space for herself and getting the friendly bounce. 4-point lead for the Blazers. Agua for three is there. Agua with 9. And more trouble, potentially, for Visitation. It has not been easy going up against that Austin press. Wills tried the ISO play and left it short. Agua draws the foul on Wills. She'll shoot 2. Agua knocks down the front end. She's up to 10 points. Again, I can't say a whole lot because data not available for the Packers. A split, but an offensive rebound and another foul on Bryan. That was the first miss for the Packers in this game. Austin will play out the remainder of their conference schedule in the Big 9 after this game. Again, not a lot of opportunities to go outside the conference because of the number of Big 9 teams. That's a foul on Kirsty Yeager, and for 3A schools like Austin and the Mankato schools, it's less of an issue. For the 4A schools, I feel it can hamper them because they don't get many chances to play the teams they need to. That could help them prepare for postseason play. Again, less of an issue in 3A. Cassidy Shute knocks down the front end. She's been playing well. And she makes both free throws. 37-35. Give and go, extra pass, and the layup for Catherine Bryan. She's on the board. Austin throws it away. Guerin zips past her coverage. Looking for a shot, doesn't get it. Will steps into 17-footer, and she just can't get that stroke to fall. Not consistently. Again, though, she struggled in the Southwest Christian game. But Visitation was able to secure the win. Walsh saw a lane and draws the foul, and the Blazers just have one more to give. This could be a problem, as it gives the Packers an opportunity to pull ahead of the free throw line. But they're starting to run into some speed bumps there. Jump ball, Austin with the arrow, but after looking smooth, running into a little trouble at the free throw line. Still 10 of 13, but they left a couple of points empty. And ultimately come away with no points as Walsh missed the short jumper. So we remain tied at 37. The lob, too high. I don't think Bryan caught that cleanly. Agua almost had an opening. Walsh comes up empty again from short range. This could be something to monitor as the game continues. We've seen a few top players run into some headwinds here. Guerin in trouble. Needs help. And Faith Johnson-Patterson will use a timeout. Austin with a few other notes we wanted to highlight. On the part of Austin, Cassidy Shute, who has 10 points. She was crowned a state champion for livestock judging for Minnesota FFA. One of her favorite hobbies is to show cattle, and another one is knitting. And likes to play some one-on-one with her sister as well. She also takes up cross-country, track and field, marching band, wind ensemble, orchestra, the 4-H club, and her church youth group. So for Cassidy Shute, the senior, life does indeed go on. And it has gone on splendidly based on her accolades. That's really cool. A state champion for livestock judging. Austin has a little more farmland available, and Guerin couldn't find an inbound target, so she bounced it off of Quinn Osgood to get a reset. That pass is tipped, and Walsh wins the sprint. No good. This time, Cassidy Shute is there for cleanup duty. Three on the way. Sexton no good. Walsh again. Nothing there, but Cassidy Shute cleans up for her one more time. And Austin surging in front, 41-37. And the bench is feeling it, and a foul is called. The first on the Packers in this half, 10-10 to go. Second foul on Shute. Wills. Meshki and Passy back out on the floor, and Passy draws the foul on Osgood. I was wondering when we would see Meshki and Passy return, considering the productiveness they offered in the first half. We'll see if they can sustain it as Visitation tries to pick up a win over a fellow 3A team. Passy. The block was sent right to her, and that allows her to spot up Yeager for three. Yeager with 9. Like we said, Yeager, that second option for the Blazers. Wills nearly beat by Walsh. Olivia, though, having a tough go of it. And they've been getting a few rebounds on offense, but Marissa Shute coughs it up. Again, for Austin, they're going to have to get through Northfield, most likely. Or I should say Stewartville. Sam Wills on the step back, nothing there. Jump ball, Visitation with the arrow. And a timeout is called. 41-40. 8:59 to go. Still no guess as to who will come out on top. And in Section 1, like I said, Austin likely has to get through Stewartville, and the first game doesn't signal a ton of confidence, at least based on the box score. It was a 75-50 defeat. Stewartville had a strong team last year. Austin might have to work for it a little more. On the Visitation side, even though Sam Wills hasn't had the best of games, enjoys water skiing and slalom skiing, also plays volleyball and golf, gave soccer a try too. And if you followed our coverage in the past, Sam Wills enjoys romance novels. She's the oldest of 3, and her mother a Visitation graduate from a few years ago. But Sam is a tremendous kid, always says hello and always happy to engage in conversation with just about anybody. Having difficulty, though, with her shooting form today. Massey collects the offensive rebound in this one-point game. Meshke, no good. Bryan will shoot 2. Catherine Bryan, not a lot of attempts at the free throw line. .1 points per game, 7.3 rebounds. Another one of those major role players for Visitation. Led by one of the most distinguished coaches in Minnesota high school basketball, Faith Johnson-Patterson. A Division I product herself, she played at Wisconsin. That was a while ago. Bryan makes both free throws. That gives Visitation a 42-41 lead. And Austin turns it over again. That has been their Achilles heel throughout this game. A lot of unforced errors when it comes to passing. And they got to clean that up if they want to win this game. Their pressure defense has helped them out. Passy fouled from behind, and she will shoot 2. Passy with 12 points in the first half. Her season high, 13. And Passy providing a tremendous amount of support where Visitation needs it. Her scoring has slowly inched upward throughout the season. She's scored 10 or more, and now the last 4 games, a streak that began with Southwest Christian. And this is one of the things we look for at the midway point of the season. That season high of 13, which she's matched, came against De La Salle. And if Passy is able to continue this trajectory, like we said, that can help, as Austin throws it away again, that can help take pressure off Wills, or in this case, offer Visitation offensive support when Wills isn't having the best of games, because even Maya Moore went scoreless once in the WNBA, and only once. Wills on the take, draws the foul, will shoot 2. Sam Wills, I have a feeling, whatever happens, she will be one of the more decorated, if not most decorated individuals to go through Visitation. Of course, the swim team where Johans was a member of. They've won 9 consecutive state titles. But Wills is one of the many characters that keeps me coming back to the sport of basketball, because ultimately it's not the records or the numbers you put up It's the character you present. And Sam is a glowing example of what friendship and compassion are to her teammates and anyone else lucky enough to cross paths with her. One of the most gracious people I've had the chance to know. Austin picks up the ball, 45-41, Visitation leads. And we've got some hot potato going on right now. I don't know, why don't you take it? I don't think it's going that way, but changing hands. Visitation settles things down on their side. Maya Phillips collecting the skip and putting it in for 2. And Visitation back up by 6 with 7:03 to go. This hasn't been the prettiest of games for the Blazers, but another win over a 3A team could go a long way. Mari Tolbert has other ideas. He's not ready to call this one. And that is the last foul to give for Visitation. That's the second on Passy. And that puts Olivia Walsh back at the line. Olivia with a fine game. But she is having some difficulties in the second half, knocking down free throws. Only gets 1 of 2 on that trip. Wills, again, drawing coverage. I've gotten to know her mother over the years, and she's joked about Sam representing her lineage. But for Sam and anyone else out there, as we have a 3-4 Visitation, deep one. It's pure for Emma Meshke. And with that, Emma Meshke, for the first time this season, has reached double digits in a game. On the other end, drawing the foul, is Agiem Agwa. Agiem. I wrote down the pronunciation, but the way it's spelled, what I needed to do, I needed to cover an Austin game more than once. It's Agiem Agwa, not Agiem. But more importantly, Agiem trying to keep Austin in this game. But the story right now, the Visitation bench. Another split. Austin, they were 7 of 7 to start. They've been 500 since then. But they get the O-board. Entry feed. Not clean, but free throws coming for Olivia Walsh. And this could be helpful. Meshke with the 3rd foul. Olivia Walsh needed to get every part of the rim to drop that one in. And another split. So Austin chipping away, but they use up their last foul to give, and maybe not the best way of doing so. An inadvertent bump with Sam Wills, and that's going to be the 3rd foul on Marissa Schutt. 5:41 left in the second half. Passy, the runner. No, rebound, off balance. Another board, everyone going for it. And that's going to be a foul on Visitation. More free throws for Austin. With 5:27 left. That's the third on Wills. Still 1-1 for Austin. But they'll be in the double bonus the rest of the way. And this is what we spoke of earlier. Austin, this will be attempts 20 and 21, barring a lane violation, and we don't have one. And Austin, 15 of 21. And those free throws helping them keep pace with Visitation. Meskey to Wills. Sam not giving up, tried to bank that one in, looked off. Now Visitation bringing the pressure. They have to be careful here, given the foul situation. They do square up in time. Bryant got inside for the stop. Wills. That's going to be a foul on Phillips, and more free throws coming. It's double bonus the rest of the way. Marissa Shute to the line. And Marissa Shute will shoot two to make this a one-possession game with 4:36 to go. Austin finding their mark at the free throw line again to make it a 2-point game. Visitation. How will they approach this as Austin work their way out of another deficit? It's been back and forth throughout. Packers trying to will their team back in this game. Tough pass. Wills nowhere to go. Wins the scrum, no good, finally gets it to drop. A hard-earned 10 points for Sam Wills. But not every game's gonna be pretty. Passing with the steal. Agua, another rejection, but it's Visitation ball, 3:43 on the clock. Wills. The kick out. 3. That would have been big had it gone in. There's a chance for Austin. Nothing there. Cassidy Shute. Maybe she was trying to draw that fourth foul on Wills. Didn't work out. I was mentioning earlier about Wills and representing her lineage, but basketball's for everybody. That's my motto. A scramble, Visitation picks it up. 2:42 to go, only a 4-point game. And Sam Wills, I think, tried to wedge it in there. one of those circumstances where you can certainly understand her will to make that big play happen. Another chance for Austin to make this a one-possession game. Olivia Walsh sees a lane. And who's the foul on? That will be key. There were a few players trying to stop Walsh. That's on Yeager, her fourth. Yeager with 9 points. And Visitation, they've only played 8. That's a big miss for Walsh. Survive in advance, that's the motto in the playoffs. This game has that feel, even though there's no postseason berth at stake. Olivia Walsh makes 1 of 2. Timeout, 2:27 left. We are running a little long, given the photo finish, so I'm not sure if we'll have a post-game interview because we have to get ready for the next game. And with this invitational, it's one game after another. But we have 2:27 to go, 52-49. And checking the game reset, both teams in the bonus. Austin in the double bonus the rest of the way. They also hold the possession arrow should there be a tie-up. And if Visitation draws a foul, it would be 1-1 since Austin has 6 fouls. Olivia Walsh with 16 points. Cassidy Shute 14. Agiem Agwa with 13. For Visitation, they're finding a way. No runaway score per se. Leah Passy matching a season high. Emma Meshke with a new season high off the bench. Not the greatest of games for Sam Wills in terms of shooting, but that's going to happen from time to time. It will be Visitation ball. And Austin, not surprised, throwing more of that press. Visitation able to get across. How do they approach this possession? 2-10's a lot of time to lay back, no shot clock. But the longer you run a set, the more chances you have of making a mistake. Most teams don't train to run super long sets, shot clock or not. Right now, Visitation staying along the outside. In no hurry to shoot. Bryan finds Wills on the back door, pass offline, but Sam Wills recovers to lay it in. It's a 2-possession game again. This won't be the greatest performance for Sam Wills in field goal percentage, but she came out with 2 clutch buckets. And if that's enough for Visitation to hold on, Passy made a play for it. Had she let it go, Visitation takes over. Instead, Austin gets another chance. Off the inbound. They've missed too many of those bunnies. Passy, though, having trouble. Ruled Visitation ball with 1:11. Passy. Lost it to Agua. Austin, they gotta go. They need this play, and they get it. Agiem Agwa with the scoop and score. 55.6. Now, if you're Austin, do you consider fouling? Actually, the more I think about it, no, you probably don't. Not to start anyway, because man, I feel like a woman. No, that would not make for logical reasoning. 55.6. No, really, if you're Austin, I think you try to get a stop, force a 10-second call, get them rattled on a full court press, because if you foul and they make even one of two, it's a two-possession game. There may be a temptation to foul because it's 1-1 and Visitation. It's been a while since they were at the free throw line last. But all things considered, I think you try to play straight up defense. There's an example of that. Jump ball, Austin with the arrow. And now they can tie it with a 3. And a traveling call. The inbound pass was tipped by Lauren Sexton. Agua dragged her feet, and Visitation with a huge defensive response. But still not over. 50.9, a lot of time. Wills collects the pass. Passes back out. Visitation! Whoa! Lauren Sexton went for the dagger. I'm not sure I would have done that. Gutsy move, but an offensive rebound allows the Blazers to keep possession and run time off the clock. No mistakes now. Bryant is fouled. That's Yeager, I should say. That was a crazy sequence. Lauren Sexton with a high roller move along the lines of Kira Miller a few years ago at Providence Academy in a close game. Went for the 3, knocked it in. James Holzhauer and that Jeopardy run of his from several years ago. His aggressive daily double wagers. Not for the timid. But Yeager knocks down the front end. Missed the back end. But it's a two-possession game. That's all that matters for Visitation. Agua with the layup. 17 points for Agiem Agwa. And Austin will use their final timeout. 8.8 seconds, so your best hope here is fouling quickly. And it's worth noting that if you were to foul before the inbound, you don't concede possession. So it's a 2-point game. And again, with the extended ending, I'm not sure if we'll have time to get to post-game interviews because we have to prep for our next game, Eden Prairie and Matamidi, as they await to take the floor. Everyone having a little fun with Dolly Parton. But right now, Visitation has a big inbound here. They still have 3 timeouts left if they run into trouble here. There's the quick foul. This is about the best you can do if you're Austin. Foul and hope you can get a miss. A missed free throw from Lakeville South gave Minnehaha Academy an opening to tie it up, and the Redhawks won that game in overtime. Sam Wills, 1-1. Missed it. Austin with a chance. Walsh. They're going to go for the layup. No good. Marissa Shute went baseline for the tie, and it was just a little strong. Visitation survives. 55-53. Wow. They got the play they were looking for, the result, and that last shot just didn't go in. But Visitation's bench, if it wasn't for them, the Blazers don't win this game. Passy with 13, Meshki with 11, Wills with 12, a hard-earned 12. Agiem Agwa with 17, Cassidy Shoot with 14, Olivia Walsh with 16. A fun game, but the win belongs to Visitation. You're watching the MLK Classic at St. Catherine University. Visitation with a 2-point victory.